Hey, how's it going? All right, got to make this quick. My customer is waiting for her Range Rover to be done, and I wanted to show you technique when it comes to leather cleaning in cars. This is unique in that it's perforated, which means it's got a bunch of little holes in it. And I've heard a lot of different techniques. Really, it's one of those areas of car detailing that doesn't have to be overly thought. But a lot of guys will make it appear much more complicated than it really has to be. The point is in the high-end cars, you have this perforated leather. Now, back in the day, they did it, they originally did it just for looks, just for aesthetics. Now they do it because they actually have heaters and air conditioning air that ventilates through your butt and your back. And so they need the perforations to allow that air to flow through. The problem is as the seat gets dirty, really, I'll back up a little bit because the seat's still going to get dirty as normal. The problem is when you get junk that falls into the perfs or the little holes, and what's even more problematic is when you actually get spills. Like this isn't too bad today. They just got back from a trip. So we have normal dirt, which I will show you in another video. But what I wanted to show you when it comes to the perfs, that really the problem is imagine a hole like this, and you've got stuff that spills in it. Now you've got not only stuff that spills down below it, which there's not much you can do with that if it truly is a liquid spill, but typically what the problem will be is that you have stuff that collects around the hole of each little perforation. And that becomes problematic because a traditional scrub brush and scrub pad are just going to clean over that hole. It's not going to clean the junk in the hole. So you can have a combination of the hole actually being completely encased or filled with dirt, or you can just have a situation where it's just around that perimeter and you can actually see it. So what I use is this cool little tool that's generally for your teeth. It's called a gum stimulator. It's got this rubber little attachment, and so all I do is I spray my shampoo. I simply clean the top of it first, and then on a case-by-case situation, I can see, okay, this hole has some schmang in it, so I can pick it out with this. Now, some of the holes will be as simple as inserting that little tip into the hole and kind of douching it out, for lack of a better word. Now, if you have gunk that's truly been allowed to dry on it, you will have to use this and allow that stuff to soften, and then you can go back over each time and soak up the residue. But between this little tool, which is very good for little tiny seams also, literally if you think about your gums and how it's supposed to get up there in your gums, this tool is very cool because it's rubber, it's not going to scratch, perfect for leather, perfect for those fine little intricate places where spills and dirt can accumulate that sometimes a brush can't, or a dusting brush can't quite loosen up. So when it comes to detailing, it's all about finding the best tool for the job. So between this stiff nylon brush, my actual toothbrush, which is a little softer than this one, and it's got more bristles, so it's a little finer, my dusting brush, and I have two types of dusting brushes. One I use and I actually get it wet, and I can saturate with liquids or cleaner and loosen stuff up. This one I keep dry, which is strictly for loose dust and loose dirt, food crumbs, you name it. So I keep two of these on hand. I keep these both on hand, and I keep this on hand. But it's ideal for these perfs. What you don't want to do, you don't have to overthink it. Like I said, once again, common sense should always apply to every situation. So you don't saturate it so much where you're actually literally going to get liquid down into there. As per a mechanic that I talked to that specializes in Mercedes, he says that if you get enough liquid down there, yes, you could have a significant problem as far as faulting out the hardware or electrical underneath there. But to me, that's got to be a lot of liquid. So you can see that's pretty well saturated. That kind of liquid is not an issue. And if you happen to get liquid in there, you can simply take your vacuum cleaner, your wet dry vacuum, and it'll suck out any residual liquid. So that's it. I just want to cover leather. This is a unique situation because of the perforations, but really it's not rocket science. All right, we'll see you on the other side.